All right, hockey fans, welcome to the Rec Center. The West Rink in St. Louis Park. It's a conference battle between the Orioles and the Wildcats. My name's Kevin Falness, along with Sage Ryder, and we've got all the play-by-play action as tonight your St. Louis Park Orioles go to battle. It'll be a goaltending matchup featuring Parker Jurek for the Orioles. He's got a 5-4-0 record, a 3.93 goals against average, and an 843 save percentage. One shutout to his name. They'll be to our broadcast right wearing those white uniforms, bordered in orange. On the other side, in the deep purple, bronzed in gold, it'll be the Waconia Wildcats. They come in with a record of 6-3-2. First game in the Metro West. They are riding a 5-0-2 streak over the last 7 games, points in each and every one of them. They're feeling good, and between the pipes, they've got Marek Wozniak, 4-1-1 with a 1.60 goals against average and a 935 save percentage. 2 shutouts. Sage, as I look at this one, as we get ready for the opening faceoff, 2 teams that dropped down to single A this year, and both teams feel good about their chances heading into the final stretch of the second half.
Yep, I see. What I've heard is my son Finn had said, I think they're real hard to play against. You know, they've got tough D, and maybe like the old Jacques Lemaire trap. They're hard to get through, and they're tough to play against. So we'll see.
That sets the bar awfully high. Jacques could put them out there. That run in 2003 was unbelievable for the Minnesota Wild. Just a startup franchise all the way to the Western Conference Finals. Jacques Lemaire, that's a name that I hold in high regard. So let's see if Waconia can hold up to that regard. But meanwhile, face-off won by Waconia, and they get it in their own end. They rim it out to the blue line, kept in by Owen Anklum, kept in now by Leo Schmoll. Schmoll takes the shot, misses to the left, goes into the far corner. Played now by Waconia out to the blue line. It goes out to center ice, and Schmoll has it. He'll run it in from the right dot, leave it off for at the blue line, and it's cleared out by Waconia. That's going to go the length of the ice, and we've got icing and a face-off coming just 36 seconds into this contest. What do you expect here, Sage? When I talk about these two teams, you told me what to expect from Waconia. How about those St. Louis Park Orioles coming off a buzzer beater in Hutchinson?
Literally at the buzzer. It was a little unexpected. We thought they would kind of take off with it a little bit, but it was a tough team, and they were just hard to beat. They got the W and got out of there, but it was a tough match.
Was watching that one online because I had my A job that night, and at the buzzer, I was afraid that they weren't going to count it, but Marty Hurdy just blows in, throws that puck on net, and gets it, and didn't even hesitate. Celebrated, so too did the entire team, and they were off and running. So here we go, Brian Duncan with it. Centering pass, save on Ollie Culp, right there in the low slot, saved by Wozniak. And we'll get a face-off coming up to his right.
Yeah, great feed from Brian Duncan. And some good little, I don't know if you saw the little behind-the-back pass here from Ollie Culp, but that was sassy.
Haggerty on the dot, wins it back to McCoy. Centering pass, broken up there by Waconia. To the right of Wozniak. He doesn't like what he sees, so he's going to swallow it up to his right, and we'll do another face-off. Line change for the Wildcats. Bringing out the big guns as they try to defend their goal. Like I said, they've been playing some great hockey. 4-1-1 is Wozniak and their team. 6 wins on the season. First matchup in the Metro West, but riding a 7-game point streak. 5-0-2 in their last 7. Also 2-0-1 in their last 3 away from Waconia.
I think they've had our number for the past couple of years, too. It's like we've downplayed them a little bit, but hopefully they're ready.
Went back and looked. Last year, they split the season series with Waconia, spanked them in their barn, and then they returned the favor, I'm told, on senior night.
Yeah, I remember.
6-1, I think, was the final score.
Yeah, it was just a very odd beatdown, and it was humbling, and let's see if we can get back and do something about it.
Splitting the seasons. This was the first of 2 meetings on this season series. Second one coming up later on in the year.
Yeah, I think this might be one of the first years without a Puchner on the team. They always had Drew and Luke Puchner, some great players, a lot of heated rivalry between some friends, and yeah, there's no Puchner on the squad.
Birdie on the dot here for St. Louis Park. Won eventually, though, by Waconia. Kicks it out to Clemens. He'll break it up the left, hits the skate of Finn Ryder. One of your 58 young children within the St. Louis Park organization.
Yeah, we're actually both part of the three boys club. So we need some sort of medal.
I can take the shots because I got the 3 as well. My oldest played in the JV game earlier. They ended up losing to Waconia 3-1, but a hard-fought effort. It looks like that will go all the way back down. That'll be an icing call.
Yeah, it's fun to have boys in the program, and now we have one left, which is just incredible to even say that.
Yeah.
But what a run, all those years, and only 1 year we're at least 2 of them on the same team.
Unbelievable. So, is it hard to believe that you're at that point?
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
I've currently got a JV, so I got a sophomore in high school, and I've got a 13-year-old on the Bantam B2 team. So I think we both have beat a path to the rec center over the years, and I'm going to continue to do it. You're on your last leg. Hard to believe.
I know. We jokingly called it our second home for a long time.
It's really not a joke. We do spend a lot of time here. Yeah. We're in the same boat. My third does not play hockey, but that's all right. You know, he's doing his own thing. But the other 2 definitely keep us busy with trips to and around the great state of hockey.
They're worse places to be, for sure.
I couldn't agree more. Back behind the cage, looking for a shot, gets it up to the right point. Nailed, thrown into the far corner. Nice check there by Hudik.
Oh, good center there from
the
Grado.
Slot, that didn't quite work out. So retreating in his own end is Brian Duncan again. Sends it up to neutral ice. That's picked off by Zeman for the Wildcats. Zeman behind his own cage, bothered by Cam Jackson. At the far half wall, behind the cage, centering pass, broken up by Jurek. Duncan clears her onto the top, kept in at the right point by the Wildcats. Center and shoots, he scores. Jurek didn't, he made the initial save, couldn't control the rebound, and it's batted in by the Wildcats on their second shot of the hockey game. Waconia takes the 1-0 lead.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I'm hoping Parker's ready for this one because he's given up a couple early ones in the past couple games, and they found their way to fight back, but that was a tough one. Made the initial save and then just gave up a kind of an easy rebound. So hopefully they can respond here.
3:22 in, it'll be Waconia that takes the 1-0 lead, so Park fighting from behind early on in this contest. Behind the net, that'll be Ollie Culp, looking for a centering feed, broken up by the purple jerseys. Sent back behind the net again, up top at the right circle. Takes the shot, saved by Wozniak. Another one goes through the crease. 2 big chances there for St. Louis Park. Fails to click. That was Leo Schmoll. That's a guy that loves to shoot the puck, Sage.
Yeah, he does. There was another nice centering pass. And he's got a cannon. He's got a really nice shot, too. So I love to see him getting a little more comfortable bringing it in. You know, we're seeing that with Quinn Hughes now with the Wild, where he just skates it in. It's so fun to watch. It's just a different look at that position. So hopefully these guys are watching too.
Watching Quinn Hughes, I should say, at the on the point. What he can do with the puck. He can walk the line. He did one where he was 6 inches inside the blue line and did like a spinorama and shook the forward free. I don't understand how a guy's mind works like that, and then not only works like that, but they can pull it off.
Yep, he's special. I think it's really been a lot of fun to watch, and we haven't even seen him that much, honestly.
It's a dozen games, something like that, and hopefully the best is yet to come. He keeps saying he's not comfortable, and meanwhile he's got a 4-assist game and a 3-assist game in 12 contests in his new sweater. So
just wait. Yeah, that's it's really exciting. I don't think they're done with all the moves, but
I think you're right.
Who knows? Like it's been really fun to watch.
Purdy on the dot now to the left of Wozniak. 12:40 left to go in the opening frame. Face-off won eventually by Waconia, but in pursuit, here comes St. Louis Park. Finn Ryder looking for it. He's knocked off the puck. A little bit of a melee down there between Ryder and Teddy Rich. Ryder's able to come out with it, looking to get it out to Schmoll. Pinches in from that right point, gets it back behind the net, centering pass out for Ryder at the top of the right circle. Behind the cage, goes all the way into the near corner. Played now by Rich. Teddy Rich off to Marty Hurdy. Rich gets in there and dislodges a body. Puck comes out to Schmoll. He sends it into the crease, and that's knocked away by Wozniak and company. Here come the Wildcats up the right end. Takes it, dumps it in. A little dump and chase here for the Wildcats.
Oh boy.
Schmoll with it in his own end. Able to seal the short side is Jurek, and we'll get a face-off to his right. One rip in favor of the visitor. 11:49 left to go in period number 1.
Yeah, let's hope they can just get a little momentum going here. Just start, you know, their shots are starting to pick up a little bit. They've got some chances, but let's just see if we can just really get possession. That's something I really want to watch this team do more of, is don't give it away. Let them take it, but make some passes, take the zone, make something happen.
Wozniak's got some good numbers, but like you say, I'm sure Tyler Broderson and back behind the bench is saying, let's make him earn it. He can do some good things, that's fine, but give him the opportunity, make him sweat a little bit in his crease. Right now, Park just 2 shots on net. Now 11:23 left to go in period number 1. Shot from the right point. 5-hole closed down by Jurek, goes into the near corner. See a bodies down there trying to dislodge it. Finally broken free. Now they regain that spot. Cleared around the boards. Picked up at the left point by Waconia.
There we go.
Grabbed now by St. Louis Park. Here they come. Cam Jackson with a head of speed down the right side. Takes it, puts it into the crease. Kick saved by Wozniak. Kicks it into the glass. Liam McCoy back there. Looking for a lane.
Right here.
Up to the top.
Fanned on that one a little bit. He's going to want that shot back.
Waconia with it again. Just flings it into the right wing. Knocked off the puck. Was Owen Enklum. Up top, Waconia looks for the shooting lane, gets it. Jurek takes a stick save, sends it into the protected netting. Another faceoff is coming.
I heard when I walked in, somebody said they looked like they had a really nice pep in their step for the warm-ups. And I always look to that to give you a little sense of what they got in the tank for the game. I wasn't here, didn't see it, but let's see.
Again, you hope they can build upon that last-second win over Hutchinson, build something off of that. They come in with a decent record of 6-7-0, but a perfect 1-0 record in the Metro West. Ollie Culp scores!
Beauty, nice
Ollie
play.
Culp creates the turnover just inside the blue line, marches in from the right wing, buries it, beats Wozniak, and on the 4th shot of the hockey game for St. Louis Park, they've tied it at a goal apiece.
Yeah, just a nice play, let it develop, had some space, and found some open ice, made a great move, and let a nice shot go. I like watching that. So that's the momentum change I'm talking about right there. We're back in this one.
For Ollie Culp, that'll be his 5th goal of the season, 15-point in game number 14. As Howard makes the call over the public address here. Nice little rebound for Park, unable to wrangle it in. Was Marty Hurdy. Schmoll with it, trying to center it.
Nice
Definite. Everything kind of going back towards Park now. They've got the momentum on their side, but that one just goes over the net.
Yeah, they seem to, all of a sudden, they start buzzing. Shoulders are hanging a little low, and then they're perked up. So I like seeing it.
All of a sudden, a shot advantage of 6-4 in favor of the home team. Score even at a goal apiece with 9:49 left to go in period number 1. Turnover there at the Waconia blue line, but they'll bring it in off sides. So we'll get a face-off there on the dot, just in front of our broadcast location.
Yeah, one thing I've been watching too with Park is the draws, face-off draws. They're coming, they're doing a better job. Marty's really good. He was great in the Hutchinson game, and that just, again, starts off with the possession. You got to get the puck.
And there it is, right, almost on demand. Purdy wins it, gets it back to the defense, and Griffin Hansen able to dump it in. Taken away here by Waconia. Looking for a lane, they get it. They got the floater waiting for it. Pass out to the right wing, and here comes Waconia. Takes the shot from a bad angle, saved by Jurek. Ryder up the seam to Rich. He's knocked off the puck by the Wildcats and gets it back behind the net. Centering pass, that's broken up by Grant Zeman, and Zeman will just dump it in. Played by Jurek behind his own net. Does so into the net. In the NHL, that would be a delay of game. That's not the case here on this level.
And
correct?
the World Juniors. That came into play quite a bit over the week. or 2.
I never am 100% sure. So I was more asking than declaring. So that's not a penalty at this level.
No,
clearly.
No. You wonder, I don't know, it would probably change things.
Yeah.
They've got some nice 8-foot sheets down here, but still, that'd be tough.
So we're back underway, 8:52 left to go in period number 1. Even Steven on a Tuesday night here at the Rec Center in St. Louis Park. Not on the East Rink, not on the Rock. We're on the West Rink where the big boys play. Jarek stops it, leaves it for Anklem. Anklem sends it out to the top. It's knocked free here by Culp. Leaves it for Anklem, taken by Schmoll. Schmoll with it in his own defensive zone. Fancy stick work. Finally able to break free and tries a pass for Culp. Hits him in the skates, and he'll leave it for Haggerty. Dumps it in, grabbed by Culp again, right in front of Howard at the scorer's table. Knocked in by Haggerty. Grabbed by Waconia. Back out to center ice. Little game of keep away. Big hip check delivered on Ollie Culp. And as he's prone to do, he just jumps right up like nothing ever phased him.
Yeah, I love seeing that. Just popped up.
Another big hit by Anklem. Body's flying a little bit here as the intensity starts to pick up in a tied hockey game. Schmoll with it. Tough to catch. Even tougher to knock off the puck. Able to do so. Park able to touch up, and they bring it in. Left now by Hudek. In the far corner. Grabbed by Stifter for Waconia. Out to Mayo. Intercepted by Moran. Back behind Wozniak. Shot 6-5 in favor of the home team. Shot score even at a goal apiece. Maxwell Kelly for Waconia. Taken away by St. Louis Park.
Oh, nice move.
Looking for a pass. Cam Jackson circling, taken away by Waconia. Dropped out and taken away. Hand pass, drops to a stick. Tries to direct one on net, but couldn't quite get a handle on it. And Wozniak will be able to make the save.
Yeah, he was calling for it, and then he got it. I don't know if he was ready for it. So some nice pressure. Hopefully we can keep it down here in this end and make something else happen here.
Just under 7 minutes to go. Waconia scored the first goal of the hockey game. 3:22 in, answered by Ollie Culp with his 5th of the season. That's where we sit after midway through the first period, just over midway through the first period, 1-1 in St. Louis Park. And the Orioles looking to get a handle on it. Puck bouncing a little bit on them. And they'll dump it out to center ice. Put back in by Waconia, and here we go with a head of speed, led by Marty Hurdy. Little toe drag move, cuts the net, takes the shot, saved by Wozniak. Oh, score!
Get the rebound.
Cam Jackson on the rebound, set up by Hurdy, finished by Cam Jackson, his 2nd of the season. Park with a 2-1 advantage.
Great pressure by the net. Really nice move from Hurdy to take it in there. Goalie made a nice save, and then we were there ready for rebound, just cocked and ready to go. Nice goal. Hopefully we can see a little, the ice tilt a little bit now and start having some fun, moving the puck and bury some more.
Should read Cam Jackson from Marty Hurdy, 10:32 of the first. Park back in front. First lead of the hockey game. They lead 2-1 after 2 consecutive goals. Puck is down. Anklem dumps it in. Played by Wozniak. Defensive zone for Waconia. They're able to get it out to the Park end. Schmoll with it now. Momentum firmly in the favor of St. Louis Park at this point as they try to hang on to it. Knocked off the stick of Schmoll. Puck delivered by Liam McCoy from the left point. Waved at by Wozniak. He smothers it and will face off coming to his right.
Yeah, for a little goalie, he's making a lot of key saves. He's not as big as Jurek is, but he's playing a big game.
Made 37 saves, did Wozniak in their last game, a 4-2 win over Spring Lake Park / Coon Rapids. And his numbers speak for themselves. 4-1-1 on the season and a 1.60 goals against average. But like I said, if the Orioles can put some pucks on net like they have been doing here in this first period, continue doing that through an entire hockey game, I like their chances.
Yeah, they just seem to be moving the puck a little bit better and playing, again, as a team. So let's see if they can.
Nice job by Culp emerging from that fray. Had numbers briefly. Big hit there by Liam McCoy. Drives his adversary into the ground. Puts the puck free for Ollie Culp. Hits some skates though, all the way back out to center ice. And it'll be Schmoll in his own end. Looking for a pass. Finds Liam McCoy on the left wing. McCoy dumps it. Retreats into his own end. That's where Schmoll grabs it. He's looking for a pass. Hounded by the Wildcats. Shakes it free and gets the pass up to center ice once again. Finds Nicky Moran, but puck bouncing. Sia Bodies right in front of us here.
They're kind of letting him play so far. No penalties to speak of yet, but
yep.
Maybe Brado got away with one there.
But see, yeah.
Big hit.
Speaking of Brado, here he comes, Braden Newdecker, hot off a hat trick in Hutchinson for the JV team. Not sure what he did there on the varsity side, but he scored a first period hat trick against Hutch, and then the JV ended up losing 4-3.
Yeah, I heard that.
It was a heck of a period though for Braden Newdecker. Park with it in their own end. This will be Brian Duncan. Finds a man, and here they come. St. Louis Park. Pass unable to be grabbed by Moran. Kept in by Duncan. Takes the shot. Wozniak with a stick save. Goes back behind the net. Played by Finn Ryder. Looks for the centering pass. Snaked away by.
I think Finn was hoping he saw him coming streaking off the bench, but I don't know if anyone saw him yet.
Owen Anklem doing some good moves here. In the zone, centering pass, all the way in there, right between the circles, takes the shot, saved by Wozniak. Rebound goes into the protective netting. High and wide into the netting by Leo Schmoll. Had eyes have given the Orioles a 3-1 advantage. It doesn't happen this time, and we'll get another face-off.
Yeah, and right there, you're hoping they could settle it down and get that possession. They just seemed a little frantic, just trying to bury it. But use your D, settle it down a little bit.
Birdie on the drive, back to Anklem at the left point. Stick breaks, there's $300. Back into the crease for Wozniak, he'll swallow it up. That's all I think about when I watch it. I think about it at every level. When I watch the pros, at the college, doesn't matter, but especially at this level, I feel bad for any parent who watches a stick break.
Yeah, it's always that ribbing the dads kind of get.
Yep.
It's fun.
It's fun when it's someone else.
Exactly. It's a lot of fun. Or when you know you have a warranty.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay. But it is, you wonder how much it really costs, these sticks.
Yeah. Don't get me started. But anyway, here we go. Odd man rush here for Waconia. They get it at the line, takes a shot, hits the crossbar. Nice little motion there by Jurek to take that off the lane. Takes the shot and finds the far post, I should say, rather than crossbar. Here comes Finn Ryder now, tries to beat his man. Going down the far side. Cuts around, no penalty. He was yanked off the puck, I thought, and then thrown into the net.
They're letting him play tonight, that's for sure. And some of these games we've seen too many penalties. Now they're not really calling anything, but I think it's going both ways. I kind of like it sometimes. Just let them go.
Like we've been talking about, the momentum firmly in favor of St. Louis Park at this point. Not only the 2-1 advantage, they're out shooting Waconia 11-5 with 2:50 left to go in the first period. This will be Haggerty on the dot. Won though by the Wildcats. Backhands it behind his own cage. Picked up by Herman. See a body's out there trying to kick it free, and finally Waconia able to get it out. Led by Vucinic. Turnover for Park. Up to the zone. Played by Duncan. Duncan centering pass, nobody home, goes all the way through and finds itself at the far half wall. Played by Maxwell Kelly, knocked off the puck. Good check there by St. Louis Park, but it'll come in offsides. And we're going to get a face-off there in front of the Waconia bench.
Yeah, again, I thought that one could have been called too, but they're letting them play tonight. So hopefully, you know, things don't get out of hand. Once the kids kind of realize too, they're not calling penalties.
Yeah, I thought that was a penalty, but then I saw a point at the line, and so you, me, Tyler Broderson, the rest of the Park, St. Louis Park Orioles all breathed a big sigh of relief. Remains 5-on-5 hockey.
Yeah, because that has been kind of a tough part of this team, they take some penalties. You know, unfortunately, and these teams are good, they're going to score. So I'm glad to see we haven't had one in the game yet. So
you'd know better than I just know the numbers. The PK numbers not good for St. Louis Park, 58% at this point. So that's something that they definitely want to avoid. And the power play numbers for Waconia, 23.4% through wherever they're at, 6, 7, 8, 9 games, wherever they've played to this point. Keep it 5-on-5. I like their chances, and here they go. 5-on-5, led by Liam McCoy down the left wing. Centering pass, fails to find a home for Hudik. Up here for Schmoll. He drives all the way in from the right point, takes the shot. He scores!
Got it up over the pad.
He did. Wozniak looked like he sealed the crease, but to no avail. With 1:29 left to go in the third, Leo Schmoll drives the crease and extends the lead to 2.
That was, again, a nice save, and I didn't think he had the room to pull that off and get it up and over, but a little extra effort. I like that the coaches allow him to, like, take it in. You get a window, go for it. Bring it in. We will cover the point for you. So, and I'm glad to see it pay off. So hopefully we'll keep seeing it.
3 straight goals by the Orioles. Culp, Jackson, and now Leo Schmoll grabs his 11th of the season, 18th point, as he tries to chase down Marty Hurdy for the team lead in goals. Now trailing by 1. Down to 1:15 left to go in period number 1. Good goal by Leo Schmoll. Very active defenseman for sure, as was evidenced there on that third goal for St. Louis Park. Hurdy battling it free, gets it to Schmoll again. Schmoll, you'll see him out there a lot. You'll see Anklem out there a lot. Their top defensive pair for sure, warranting a lot of ice time. Takes a nice little backhand feed, throws it into the slot. Fails to find a home, but Anklem is there to gather it in. Knocked it free by Waconia, and they'll put it into the St. Louis Park end with just under 40 seconds left to go in the opening frame. Hurdy with it now, over the blue line. Dances across center ice. Grabs the shot from the high slot. Goes into the near corner. Now Ryder looking for a recipient. Gets it up to the right wing. Takes the shot. Saved by Wozniak. 13 shots now by Wozniak, 10 saves, but Park holding on to a 3-1 lead with 19 seconds to go.
Yeah, they're starting to, you can just see them settling in. They're moving the puck. They're getting a little more comfortable with their possession again. So let's see them. They're running their lines, and hopefully they can just keep this momentum going. They look good.
Second unit out there for St. Louis Park. Haggerty on the dot. Puck lodged into a sea of about 5-6 bodies. Finally comes out, and here they come in the dying seconds of period number 1. It's Waconia with it at the left circle. Bothered really nicely by Brian Duncan, and they were able to push it free, and that'll bring an end to the first period as we get the Zamboni out. Nice little first period in all. A slow start. They go down 1 rip, but they fire off 3 in a row off 13 shots and take a 3-1 lead into the room after 1 period of play.
Yeah, so hopefully they can go have a Gatorade, kind of calm down and realize they have 2 more frames to play and can bring it. So I'm liking what I'm seeing. Not really at the start, but they've gained the momentum, and they look pretty good right now.
Scoring summary shows Waconia with a 1-0 lead, 3:22 in, but then it's 3 straight by the home team to take the 3-1 advantage. Ollie Culp, Cam Jackson, Leo Schmoll in order. The last one coming at the 15:31 mark, and that's where we sit through 1 period of play in St. Louis Park. The Orioles lead the Wildcats 3-1. For Sage Ryder, I'm Kevin Falness. Paul Broden's here as well. Jet and Katrina are on the cameras. We'll step aside, and then when we continue like magic, it'll be the second period in St. Louis Park. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for checking us out on ParkTV.
Sometimes there's no do-over. Some things you can't rewind. That's when an extra safety step could mean the difference between a close call and a call to 911. Simple steps save lives. Learn more at poolsafely.gov.
And as promised, just blink, and here we are, second period ready to commence. Both teams have entered the ice surface. Jurek will move to our left, gave up 1 goal on 5 shots in that first period. Park scored 3 on Wozniak, and they lead 3-1 as we enter period number 2. A reminder, Park fell behind 1-0, but it was 3 straight by the Orioles in succession. Ollie Culp at the 6:50 mark, Cam Jackson at 10:32, and then it's Leo Schmoll icing on the cake. 15:31 of the first, extends the lead to 3-1, and that's where we sit as we enter period number 2. I'm Kevin Falness along with Sage Ryder. We've got your play-by-play action here from the West Rink in St. Louis Park. It's the Orioles against the Waconia Wildcats, and play is underway. Nice little breakup play by Owen Anklem, but he used that stick a little too much, and I think Owen Anklem's going to the box.
Yep.
And we'll get our first power play of the game, and it's going to go to the team in purple.
We just knew it was coming. I think maybe the refs had a talk over the period break, and that arm went up pretty quick.
Well, and God love Owen Anklem, but that one was pretty obvious. He had good position at first. The kid got around him, and then he used the stick to yank him to the ice, and that will be a penalty usually 10 out of 10 times. So he'll serve that sentence now for 2 minutes, and we'll get a face-off to the right of a anxiously waiting.
It's like the net popped off again.
Jurek. Look it over, and it looks like it's on its stanchion, so we're back underway. Skating on the power play, like we said, a very good power play for Waconia. For St. Louis Park, their PK runs at 58%. They do have a shorty on the air, and it goes to Leo Schmoll, the only one for the Orioles. Waconia, 3 shorthanded goals. That's not a concern now. They're running on the power play. Fans on the shot, top of the right circle. Fans on the clearing attempt. Not the second try, though. Get it out to center ice. And Waconia will have to regroup. A couple guys waiting their turn at the Park blue line. It's a skate.
They're giving us some
in
chances.
By Culp. Yep. Not great passing here thus far on the Waconia power play, almost halfway home in the kill. Waconia out to center ice.
They seem a little hesitant on their power play, so hopefully we can jump in and read that and get a shorty out of this, or just at least kill it.
Up behind Jurek, cleared out to center ice once again. 48 seconds left to go on the man advantage. Park doing a good job keeping them at arm's length. Not a shot thus far, not to jinx it. Here come the Wildcats with a head of steam. 4 on 2, but they do so offsides.
That looked pretty offsides to me.
Encare tried to drag the toe, but it really wasn't close.
He ran out of leg, I think.
That's too bad. So we'll get a face-off there in front of Steve McChosik, as I believe their head coach, McChosik.
Nice.
In front of him and his lads, they're on the Waconia bench. Put it in front of Howard, in front of the scorer's table, all the way down in front of Wozniak. Played here by the Cats. 20 seconds left to go. One more mad rush if they hurry. Park not giving them much of a chance here. A stifling kill to this point. And Waconia power play not helping themselves either. There's a nice shot. Kicked aside by Jurek. Kicks out that left pad like a pinball flipper.
Yep, nice shot and a better save. So, like seeing that. Good kill.
Back to 5-on-5 hockey. One shot on that power play, and that was the save by Jurek just moments ago with his left pad. About 3 minutes into this second period. Park still holding tight to a 3-1 advantage. Played here by Cam Jackson. Up the middle. Left for Teddy Rich. Scooped aside by the Wildcats. Up the wing, nice block there by Schmoll. Gets that big body right in front of any type of passing lane. Fends off the attacker about half this size is Isaiah Stifter for Waconia. Up to center ice. Right here by Stifter, the second Stifter, a couple Stifters on this team. Ryder with it, carrying the mail out to center ice. Beautiful pass there for Rich. Off the wing, centering pass for Hurdy. That one just goes wide of the cage for Ryder now. Knocked off the puck in the far corner. Played here by Cam Jackson. Squirts out to center ice. A home run pass, but it's offsides again.
He was off to the races.
He was
all alone.
All he saw was sunset, horizon, happiness, and joy. But he got a little too excited.
Yeah.
Did Maxwell Kelly there. Looking for his 7th goal of the season. It's not to be, and we'll get another faceoff. Comes in front of us and in front of the door, and here comes a chance here for Waconia. Knocked away by Owen Anklum, out of harm's way. At the near half wall, back out to center ice, dumped in by the Wildcats. They have to touch up, and that gives room for Owen Anklum to skate. Gets the puck back in. He's nice little movement there as he skates in backwards. Taken away, goes all the way down, and that, I would believe, is an icing.
Yeah, take that one. Some nice, little fancy dancing.
Yep.
Down there with the puck. That was fun to watch.
Mobile defensemen. To talk about that top pair for St. Louis Park, Leo Schmoll is one of them, and his stats speak for themselves. Anklum, too, can move with the puck. Always fun to watch. I've watched him for a few years now, and especially now in his senior year. It's a fun kid to watch.
Yep, strong, great skater, real creative, too.
From the right point, big drive. Just a little wrister, flips it in on net, was Brian Duncan. Blocked by Wozniak, and we'll do the face-off over again.
With more, I'd like to see of those hard on the ice shots. A lot of kids want to go top cheese, but that was ready for a tip and almost snuck through.
That's exactly it. Get it right there in front of traffic, you never know what could happen. Puck is down, led by Waconia. Park out shooting them 14-6 on the hockey game. Here come the Wildcats. Fancy move at the top of the zone. Played now by McCoy. Grabbed at center ice. Delayed offsides, but they touch up. And here comes Park again. Brian Duncan. Centering pass, knocked off his skates. Smothered now by Jurek, and a faceoff coming.
Yeah. That was a spot right there where he could have had a nice breakout, but he just kind of gave it away. You know, didn't take his head up and have a look, and he had a couple outlets going, but we'll see. They can tighten it up.
Top line back out there for the Orioles. Hurdy on the dot, flanked by Rich and Ryder. Anklum and Schmoll on the blue line. Here comes Ryder. Tries to get it out for Hurdy. Off the side by the Wildcats. Nice little move by Anklum behind his own cage. Looks for a pass, finds it from Ryder on the left wing. Got it, driving the net, takes the shot, but he fans on it. Nice little poke check there by the Wildcats. Here they've got numbers. 2-on-1. Tries to spin it, shoot, scores! What a fancy backdoor pass by the visitors. Wow. Set up by Maxwell Kelly, a spin move to the backhand on the back door, and honestly, Parker Jurek had no shot on that one. They cut the lead to 3-2.
That was beautiful. And it just comes down here. Finn's got a shot. They made a nice defensive play, and they capitalized. Took it the length of the ice and made just a freaking highlight reel goal. It was really, it's fun to watch. Let's hope we can get it back.
5:29, I believe, of the second period, and much like the first period, Waconia struck first. They get the first one of the second period as well. Still down 3-2 as the Orioles cling to that one-goal advantage. God, what a setup by Kelly.
Yeah, just smooth jazz that was. Just spinning and winning. That was really pretty. Here we go.
Marty Hurdy trying to get it back. Takes the shot, just goes high and wide of that far corner. Had his spot picked out, but it was just a fraction of an inch wide of the target. Front of the cage now, St. Louis Park trying to get it out of harm's way. They finally were able to do so. Hurdy off to Rich on net. Wozniak doesn't like what he sees, so he'll hold on to it in that big leather mitt. And a faceoff coming to his left, it looks like.
Been pretty good this whole game. He's really flashing it. And I don't know, hopefully they can start shooting low blocker maybe, because that mitt's hot.
What's going on here now? Okay, they're taking the face-off outside the zone, so it'll be in front of Broderson and the Park bench. Jostling for position there on the left wing. Refs finally got order restored. It's a nice face-off win there for Park. It'll be Nicky Moran. Dumped in by St. Louis Park. Nicky Moran on the forecheck. Out to the near corner for Hudik. The right point. Knocked off the puck at center ice. Waconia's got it. Takes it back behind Jurek. Knocked off the puck. This will be Brian Duncan. Up top. Big body at the right point. Takes the shot. Stings the Park defender. But it keeps it away from Jurek.
Brado ate it. That was nice.
Nice move there by Braden Neudecker. Got his big frame in front of it. Ate it. Stung him a little bit.
He's missing the stick out here too. So kind of on a power or a PK almost.
From the left point. Onto the left circle.
There we go. Nice play.
That was
no stick.
Hudik that lost his stick. Got a stick back. Cleared up to the left point. With numbers if they hurry. Waconia from the left circle takes the shot. That hits a body and goes wide of the target. Behind Jurek again. 9:30 left to go in the second period. Park holding on to a 3-2 lead. Centering pass hits a skate. Owen Anklem looking for it. Another centering pass. This will be Anklem that grabs it again. Finds a good chance to just dump it out. He does so, but will it be icing? Yes, it has just enough steam to get there, and Jurek will have some company.
Yeah, it's starting to grip the sticks a little tight after that goal. So hopefully we can loosen up. But this has kind of been a seesaw, up and down in terms of momentum shifts, and I think it's back in the purple favor right now. So hopefully let's change things.
Much like how it started in this hockey game, they grabbed that first goal and looked like they had the momentum, but Park was able to wrangle it back and were in full control after one period with 3 consecutive goals. But like Sage says, starting this second period, it's been back in favor of Waconia. Now it's up to the Orioles to wrestle some of that power back. Big shot from the top of the right circle. You hear it bang off the end wall. Owen Anklem, backhand pass to Liam McCoy. Shot sticked aside by Jurek. Up top, using the hands to smash him into the glass right in front of us. Leo Schmoll now. Owen's going to bully Leo Schmoll. Does a turn at the near half wall for Liam McCoy. Leaves it for Culp. McCoy takes it, drives it in on net. Shoots. There we go. Ollie Culp, second of the game. Extends the lead back to 2 with 8:42 left to go in the second.
Similar goal. Made a nice big first pillow save, and it shot right out, and Ollie's there to clean house. That was beautiful. Hammered it home with no doubt. Oh, that's a big goal, Kevin. Just to get the you know, 1-goal leads are not fun to have at any point of a game. But now just to separate a little bit, hopefully they can continue to add to it.
If my math is correct, and that's always questionable, that was just under a minute later after they cut the lead to 1. Ollie Culp's goal, second of the contest, set up by Liam McCoy, who drove the net. Gives them back that 2-goal cushion, huge in this second period. Another save here by Jurek, and here comes the Orioles, led by Hurdy up the right wing. Takes the shot. That one just goes wide of the far post. Kept in by Anklem. Have to touch up for delayed offsides. They do so, but here comes Waconia. Big hit delivered by Anklem. Leo Schmoll looking for that home run pass. Hits the rafters. He actually hit a light.
Yeah,
and they'll blow it dead.
Hopefully that light's going to be okay. It's still kind of dangling.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had talked about taking all these banners out because they were blocking some of the lights, but they're still up. It's a nice look, but we'll see what happens.
8:04 left to go in the second. Face off to the right of Jurek. Won by Waconia. Up top to the left point. Dumped in back behind the cage. Into the far corner. Played now by Ryder. Tries to get it out to center ice. Instead, it's kept in at the left point by the Wildcats. Rebound, saved by Jurek. Got that big body right in front of it. Put that left shoulder on it, and now here comes Sage. No, it's not Sage. It's one of his 40 kids. No. Wouldn't that be fun to be back out there again?
Oh, yeah. The mitts are gone.
Oh, man.
That was fun. It was fun to have the older boys come watching the younger brother.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Waconia with it now. They're being hounded by Teddy Rich in the high slot. Blocked by St. Louis Park, and here they come. This will be Hurdy. Back behind the net for Teddy Rich. Rich looking to tie it up as reinforcements emerge. Nicky Moran on the scene. Dumps it back looking for Cam Jackson at the far half wall. And here comes Waconia. Has the passing lane set up for Kyler Cox of the Wildcats. Steps over the blue line. Met there and saved by Jurek. Shot from the not a great angle. A lower edge of the near circle.
Yeah, Kyler Cox is a great player. Finn played with him this summer, fall in a league for the Lakers, and he's a great kid, really good player, so fun to watch him come out again.
Just a sophomore, 10 games played, 2 goals and 6 points. Nonetheless, face-off won by St. Louis Park. Up the left side, played for Hudik. Taken away by Waconia from the right dot. Big save by Jurek. It bounced off his glove, but goes into that blue paint, and he hungry hippos it. Another face-off coming here. 6:36 left to go in period number 2.
Yeah, you wonder if it's kind of a new mitt, but he had it and just almost like he threw it back into the net. I was getting a little worried, but made the save nonetheless.
Got the leather on it. Face-off to his left. On the dot, that should be Nicky Moran. Won by Waconia. The bouncing puck a little bit. They just barely kept it in, but not for long. Here comes St. Louis Park. Steps over the red line, dumps it in on net. Wozniak able to force it into his far corner. Hounded now by Braden Neudecker. Neudecker on the scene again. Hudik looking for an outlet. Kept in at the left point. Hudik, fancy move to break free. Misses his target. Played by the Waconia defense. Grabbed by Owen Anklem. Steps over the blue line, looking for a pass. Takes the shot. Saved by Wozniak. Gets the rebound as well. Crashing in. I think that was Neudecker.
Yeah, nice to see. I mean, that's how two of our 4 goals have come from just hammering a rebound. So they were all over it. It's really nice to see from Park.
Make that Nicky Moran on the rebound. Shot taken by Owen Anklem, swallowed up by Wozniak, but he lets the rebound in that blue paint, and Moran tried to poke it home, but Wozniak was able to cover the rebound as well. Up deep in the Wildcat end. We're down to 5:45 left to go. Spin move saved by Wozniak. Out to the other side. This will be Ollie Culp playing a game of catch here. Leaves it for Haggerty. Up the left wing, grabbed by Anklem, pinches down from his left point. Left again for Anklem. Trying to decide what to do with it. He's skating with it. Leaves it for Schmoll on the right point. He dances it, takes the shot. That one just goes high and wide. May have hit a body, went into the netting, and the rebound's going to go into the Park bench.
Well, he's going to want that one back. He had a lot of open ice, some time, and he really flexed that stick.
Just a lot of space, too, over Wozniak's head, who went down in the butterfly. And there was about a nice big gap that he just went right over the red crossbar.
Yeah, it was a grade A opportunity. So I love to see him shoot the puck. Next time, hopefully a little lower, but it was nice. Good play.
5:10 and counting. Face-off won by Waconia. Here they come. They got numbers if they hurry. They don't. Fans on the pass into the slot. Broken up by St. Louis Park. Park with it now out to center ice. Purdy in pursuit, all alone, behind the cage. Looking at Wozniak as he does a drive-by. Up to Cam Jackson in the far corner. Stripped away by Waconia. Ryder back there trying to get free, and the Leaves it for Hurdy. Hurdy centering pass, saved by Wozniak. In that blue paint, lots of traffic. Late whistle there by the ref, but still Wozniak able to swallow it up. And that'll leave 4:32 left to go on the clock. SLP still holding on to a 4-2 advantage.
Yeah, I love that they didn't blow that, and the kids kept playing. You know, played till the whistle. I really like to see that frenzy.
Face off to the right of Wozniak. Hurdy on the dot. Muscles it free up to the top at the left point. Dropping down is Cam Jackson. Grabbed by Waconia. Here they come. Wildcats with a break. Takes the shot. Saved by Jurek. Rebound. Squirts free. Waconia puts it on net. And in the crease, Jurek is able to shut it down.
A lot of rebounds coming out from both ends right now. So the goalies are they're really giving them up. So
fast-moving hockey game. 4:16 left to go in the second. Park with a 4-2 lead. Again, down 1-0 in the first. They score 3 straight. Waconia opens the second to make it a 3-2 hockey game, and then it was Ollie Culp with his second of the hockey game to extend the lead to 4-2. That's where we sit here in the latter stages of period number 2. Saved by Jurek. Closes the short side. And here comes Park. Liam McCoy looking for Culp. Played now by Haggerty. Haggerty up the right wing. Looking for daylight. Up top. Jackson with it. Feeds it down the crease. That one just fails to click for Liam McCoy. At the near half wall. Big collision involving McCoy to the over the left shoulder of Wozniak. McCoy got away with one there. Got a stick in the skates of the Park defender. And then a puck hit a guy as he was trying to get off the bench. A lot of the fans here from the Wildcat side of things wanted too many men on the ice. Nothing going on any of that. Just one penalty to this point.
You wonder the play on that, because his leg was off the ice when he got hit by the puck. So it's like, does it have to be touching the ice?
That's a good question.
I don't know. I've never seen that before. So technically, was he still in play? I don't know. We'll have to go to Toronto on that one.
Yeah, we'll have to go to Toronto. Apparently not. They didn't call anything. Okay, and it was as clear as day. He was clearly trying to get off the ice. It did hit the kid on his backside. But regardless, it stays 5-on-5 hockey. We're down to 3:18 left to go in the second. Good guys in front of Waconia, 4-2. Hurdy on the draw, ends up on Wozniak. He doesn't like it, so he'll swallow it up, and we'll redo the face-off.
Marty Hurdy has done a really nice job this year in terms of winning lots of draws. It's such a huge advantage. Almost got another one.
Yep, this one will go in favor of Waconia, and they're able to get it out to center ice. Dumped in by Leo Schmall. Fair catch there by the goaltender, who snags out in midair, leaves it for his defenseman, who's able to shake free of the onslaught here for St. Louis Park. Pass just failed to click, so Leo Schmall will take the opportunity to drive that kid right into the end boards. A big hit by Leo. And now here comes Marty Hurdy. Over the blue line, is able to break free, sticked aside by Wozniak. Good job by him to clear it. Puck goes straight up in the air. Hurdy with it again. Around the roulette wheel. Into the far corner at the half wall, broken up by Waconia, and here they come. And that's going to be a penalty for Owen Anklin. His second of the hockey game. Got his stick in the skates of the kid as he tried to make a move. Anklin's going back to the box, and Waconia is on their second power play.
That one was a little bit, it wasn't quite as egregious as the first. He was just trying to play the puck, I think. And caught the skate. It's a good, it's a penalty all day, but hopefully they can kill this one off again too.
Park yet to skate with a man advantage. Waconia is 0 for 1, and if memory serves me correctly, Waconia generated just one shot on their first man advantage. They need one here. They're down 2 goals, and now they got the power play late in the second period with 2:20 left to go in the middle frame.
Now let's see, maybe time for a shorty.
That would be very good. Very nice job there by winning the face-off by Nicky Moran. Gets it back to Brian Duncan. He sends it the length of the ice. A few ways better to kill a power play. But here come the Wildcats. Another fan pass. Nicky Moran says, thank you very much. We'll just dance with it. Put it out to center ice.
Great
left here
play
by
to
Griffin
kill
Hansen.
the clock a little bit and play it back to your D. I love that.
30 seconds already dead on the power play. And yet to even enter the St. Louis Park zone. They've got numbers though, 4-on-2 from the left circle. Takes the shot, redirection, saved by Jurek. Another save by Jurek. They get it into the near corner and out to center ice. Two big chances for Jurek, and he's able to shut the door. Barely kept it onside, did Waconia. They jump in on the power play.
He's just eating that puck in the corner.
Eddie Piper went down in a heap. Looked like he was hurt at one point, but
yeah.
It looks like maybe he's going to be okay.
Great job, just eating it,
yep.
Eating the clock.
Keep those skates, the sticks, whatever it takes. Waconia's got 3 guys in there, jamming away, poking away. Finally, they blow it dead.
That was about 12 seconds of just
Easily.
dead air. I love it.
Down to 43 seconds on the man advantage. They blow it dead, so face-off coming up to the left of Jurek.
Guys in purple were just baling hay in the corner trying to dig that thing out.
Yep. And there was a bunch of them. It was a 3-on-2, but the big bodies for St. Louis Park were covering it up and already halfway home on the penalty kill. Up top for Hurdy. Finally able to get it outside. Nope, kept in by the Wildcats very nicely. In the near corner, at the half wall. Back up top, another fan pass. And Park says, thank you very much. Sent the length of the ice, Leo Schmull. Back down a little game of catch with Wozniak. 40 seconds left in the period, 18 on the man advantage. Anklem standing at the door waiting for that clock to expire so he can come out and join his teammates. 7 seconds left to go on the 5-on-4. Kick free by Park. And it's 5-on-5 hockey. 2 shots probably on the man advantage for Waconia, but they're 0 for 2 on the power play. And here comes Park, 3-on-1. Nice pass, set up, and it just fails to click for Haggerty on the right wing. 3-on-1, and they don't get the shot on goal. That is too bad. Cam Jackson dumps it in at the horn.
Shoot. And
that'll bring an end to period number 2. A lot of the play probably belonged to Waconia in that period, Sage, but in the end, they exchanged goals, and the Park's still in front by a couple of goals as we go into the 3rd period.
Yeah, I just love that little, at least a 2-goal advantage. 3 would be better, so hopefully they can have a nice pep talk here, get a nice rest, and come out swinging for the 3rd frame. I thought they played well. Goalies both giving up some rebounds here and there, but they played pretty good. And Parker, he had some shots in that period.
He
so
did.
It looked good.
Especially on the penalty kill to keep it a 4-2 hockey game late in the 2nd. But as mentioned, Waconia still 0 for 2 with the man advantage. So Waconia starts the scoring. They take the 1-0 lead. 3 straight go to St. Louis Park to close out the 1st period. Culp, Jackson, and Schmoll go to the 2nd. Waconia cuts the lead to 3-2 on a really nifty setup by Kelly. 5:29 into the 2nd, but less than a minute later, Ollie Culp's 2nd of the hockey game restores order. Park leads 4-2 after 2 periods. We'll step aside, and then when we continue, period 3 from St. Louis Park. You're listening to, that's Sage Ryder, I'm Kevin Falness, Paul Broden doing a great job as well, Jet and Katrina on the cameras. Thanks for checking us out here on ParkTV. We'll be back shortly with period number 3.
New message.
Your social security number has been suspended. If you do not contact us, your account will be deactivated.
Scammers are aggressive when they contact a potential victim. Social Security Administration employees will never threaten you for information or promise benefits in exchange for information. In those cases, the call is fraudulent and you should just hang up. Don't provide any personal or financial information to these thieves. Call the Social Security Fraud Hotline at 1-800-269-0271.
Welcome back to the West Rink at the St. Louis Park Rec Center. I'm Kevin Falness along with Sage Ryder, Paul Broden calling all the shots, Jet and Katrina running the cameras as we bring you the final frame. Park trying to hold on to a 4-2 advantage. Good first 2 periods for both teams, but in particular, Sage, St. Louis Park, they've been Johnny on the spot. They've had their opportunities. They've made the most of them, and that's saying something because they've got a pretty good goaltender between the pipes there for Waconia.
Yeah, taking advantage of a lot of rebounds coming out. Let's see if we could continue.
Down 1-0, they battle and rattle off 3 consecutive goals to end the first period. They open the second with a Wildcat goal, but it's answered by Ollie Culp, his second of the game, and I believe 6th of the season, and Park skating with a 4-2 lead. What a hit by Leo Schmoll. Just rubbed out Connor Reich right inside the blue line. Stands up though, delivers the shot, and here comes Leo Schmoll. Finds a man coming down the center of the ice. That was Hurdy, blocked away by the Waconia defenders.
Shoot.
Kept inside the blue line. What a hit by Leo Schmoll.
Yeah, he's going to remember that one. Just stood him up right back over his tea kettle.
Played there by Jurek, end to end. That's for Ryder.
Yeah.
Finn Ryder fanned on it on that slick ice. Kept in by Ollie Culp. Nice stretch pass though by Leo Schmoll to pick him out. There's Schmoll again. Oh, pad save by Wozniak. Coming out with a head of steam despite with a 4-2 advantage. They're playing physical and they're getting shots on net. Love to see it. Now here come the Wildcats, 2-on-1. Takes the shot, saved by Jurek. Cleared out to the half wall. Kept in by Waconia. Back behind the cage, this is Owen Anklem. Doing his best to stay out of the box this third period. Already has 2 minors to his name. But Park able to kill off both penalties. Culp directs it out to center ice. Knocked back in by the Wildcats. They touch up, get back on sides. Leo Schmoll tries to flip it out. He does so, but it's grabbed there by Waconia. Those purple jerseys. Moving left to right in front of your screen. Park with it though, Leo Schmoll. Big hit delivered. Gets rid of the puck. The kid wanted to make Leo pay for it. And wow, did he get a lesson in gravity.
That was 2-in-1 shift.
Holy smokes, and he just looked down on him after the fact. One bounces in from the right point there. That's Cam Jackson, swallowed up by Wozniak. But
great
2
tip on the play,
massive hits by Leo Schmoll in the first 2 minutes of this third period.
Yeah, that was a beauty. 2 of them, 2-in-1 shift. I don't know if it was the same kid. I don't think it was, but that was tough.
If it was, that kid learned a lesson twice. Don't make it a third time. Liam McCoy battling in that corner, gets it all the way out, and here comes the Wildcats. Takes the shot, hits the outside of the cage from a bad angle, low from the right circle. Loses an edge on that fresh ice. In the high slot, here comes Waconia, takes the shot, saved by Jurek. Into the near corner, back up top. Blocked aside by McCoy. Culp tries to grab it. Spin and dumps it in behind Jurek.
I'd like to see some intensity from Park here, trying to at least just clear the zone right now. They're really struggling.
Finally able to, yep, a little chip job by Ollie Culp. Another big hit by McCoy right in front of the Waconia bench. Wildcats able to come out with it though. Purple jerseys. Not fooled was Owen Anklem. Knocks his guy off the puck. Stretch pass again. Touched up by Hudik. Grabbed by Waconia. Flipped in on Jurek. He'll paddle it aside. Back behind the cage. Knocked off the puck. Nicky Moran delivering a little physicality in that far corner. Here comes Leo Schmoll back on the ice again. Leo Schmoll ahead of speed.
What a gift.
The defenseman lost the wheel, but able to recover. Nicky Moran keeps it in at the right point, pays the price, but happy to do so. Back out for Owen Anklem, steps over the red line and dumps it in. Played by Schmoll at the right point. Thinks about a shot, now delivers over to Anklem at the left dot. Delivers it back for Schmoll, takes the shot, saved by Wozniak. Flashes the leather from Leo Schmoll from the top of the slot, and that'll leave 13:06 left to go in the third. SOP still with a 4-2 advantage.
Yeah, some nice chances, and I like how instead of just taking that shot, he set it up. Use your D. There's a lot of screens out front, so nice look from Park.
Purdy on the draw, uses his body to get it free. Redirection by Schmoll again, deep in Waconia territory. Back up top, another one by Anklem. Spin move by Hurdy, knocked off the puck, but gets the shot away. Misses its target far right. Back behind Wozniak, he's looking over both shoulders, finally able to figure out where that frozen rubber is. Now here come the Wildcats. Nice breakup by Schmoll. Ryder in pursuit. The near half wall. Up for Hurdy. Behind the cage. All the way down, and I think that will be icing. 4.5 minutes into the third period, SLP still holding on to a 4-2 lead, and a faceoff coming to the left of Wozniak.
Getting chances, I think probably more so in Park's favor. We're kind of starting to pull away a little bit with the shots. They had closed in a little, but we're getting some looks, and they're moving the puck well.
Park trying to stay perfect in the Metro West, 1-0 on the season. This is their second conference game, first for the Wildcats. Park 6-7-0 on the year coming into this one. There's a chance for Culp. Goes to the left side, into the far corner. Big hit in front of the Waconia bench, and they didn't like it.
They wanted
but the
a
refs,
call.
Yep, the refs say no thank you. It was clean and justified. Into the crease, saved by Jurek. Weird bouncer as he gets that stick on it and kicks it off into his glove. Smothers it, another face-off coming.
Yeah. Waconia's got some good-sized kids on this team.
They do.
This 21 on the blue line, he's a big kid. He's not on the
14's
blue
another
line.
one.
Yeah, exactly. They're good-sized boys.
Face off to the left of Jurek, won by St. Louis Park. Played here by Duncan. Dumped in by Nicky Moran. Wildcats off, they used the glass, but kept in by Duncan. Finally out to center ice for Waconia. Played in his own end, Brian Duncan. Up for Teddy Rich, misses it, goes to the red line. Backhanded in by the Wildcats. And this will be Cam Jackson. Had a pass, lined up, hits a stick. Gets it back again, Cam Jackson down the right side. Carrying the mail all by himself. Tries to put one in on net, hits a stick. Goes into the protected netting, and a faceoff is coming with 11:07 left to go in regulation. Park 4, Waconia 2.
All right, let's see what this top line can do. It's all about getting possession early, win the draw, make something happen. Move this goalie, he's giving up rebounds. Let's go.
Faceoff to the left of Wozniak. For Anklum from the right point, takes a shot, scores!
Nice tip out in front.
Goal probably goes to Leo Schmall. Shot taken initially by Anklum. Leo Schmall leading the flyby, so he's going to get credit for the goal. Makes it 5-2 with 11:02 left to go in this contest.
Very nice tip in front and a good shot from the point. Again, started with winning a faceoff. Very clean and gave him an opportunity, but I love that play in front. And I love how Leo got up there really quick, up to the net.
Second of the contest, 12th of the season. Now pulls into a tie with Hurdy for the team lead in that category. This one comes at the 5:58 mark of the third, and it's a 3-goal cushion for the Orioles. Anklum with it now. Tried to find Schmall. Smelling that hat trick possibility. Big hit. Ryder dragged into the glass face first. No worse for the wear. Schmall pushed aside. Bringing it up the left side. Backhand feed just over the blue line. Stays on sides. No problem there. McCoy trying to get it free. That one just missed the mark from the right circle. Back up top, out to the blue line. Anklum. Orioles smelling blood in the water. One more, they might already have the dagger. One more for sure would be the knockout punch.
For sure. You know, I just want to see him keep the foot down on the pedal and keep going.
Keep that intensity going. Waconia trying to get something going here. 18 shots on goal. This one from the right point. Redirection try. Hits a stick and goes into the netting. Face-off coming with just under 10 minutes left to go in period number 3. Schmoll's got a pair in this one. Culp's got a pair. The other one goes to Cam Jackson. The Stars are shining in a 5-2 lead.
It'd be fun to get maybe one more, and then you get some other kids in the game that might not, that really haven't yet this year, because we haven't had a lot of big wins by a lot. So
Culp hands it to Haggerty as he steps over the blue line. He's knocked off the puck by the Wildcats. Nice play here by Culp. Drags it free in the near corner for McCoy. Tries to get it to Haggerty. Pulled away by the Wildcats. Here they come with a head of steam over the red line. Steps into over the blue line. Loses the puck. McCoy dislodges him from that one. And the Ollie Culp rink-wide feed over to Grant Haggerty. Haggerty with it. Just barely on sides, but he takes the shot. Glove saved by Wozniak, and that'll get another face-off.
yeah, Ollie Culp was coming in fast. I thought he might beat him at the blue line and be a offsides, but it was close.
Nicky Moran on the dot at this point. Pushed into the far corner. Hudik, Ludecker. They're all down there trying to make some noise. Nicky Moran as well.
Yeah, some gritty play in the corner. Again, just let's watch the penalties here, boys. We don't want to make it easier for them coming in.
Here comes numbers with the Wildcats, but once again that failed to click. Couldn't get the passes to connect. And Anklam now in his own corner. Spin move to shake the forecheck. He'll take it out by himself. Steps at the dot, dumps it in, and will chase it down himself. Back behind the cage. Leaves it for Moran. Anklam with it again. Forces another turnover to himself. Oh, shot goes in on net, right through the blue paint. Left here for Neudecker. He'll flip it in on net. Saved by Wozniak. Another big open ice hit. Leveled by Nicky Moran. No, that was Braden Neudecker again. Throwing the body around. On the other end of the ice, though, saved by Jurek, and we'll get another faceoff. Just over 8 minutes left to go in this one.
Yeah, there were a lot of bodies on the ice down in the far end. It looked like Jonestown. It was just action-packed.
Hurdy back out there. Top line accounted for. Right here by Duncan.
Ref slow to get up. I think he's all right.
Shakes it off.
Another broken stick.
Yeah,
I don't know who was that on. Oh.
That is too bad, Teddy Rich. You are down $300.
Cha-ching. I thought for a second it was Finn, but he had it. He held it up high.
I hold my breath every time I see it when my kids are out there. Redirected by Jurek, played by Brian Duncan. Up now by Hurdy. Up the left wing. Over for Teddy Rich and his brand new piece of lumber. Finn Rider there. Hurdy. Picked away by the Wildcats. Running out of time. They're down by 3 with just 7:20 left to go in regulation. Here come the Wildcats. Gets it to the backhand, puts it right into the midsection of Parker Jurek. He'll gobble that up, and we'll get a face-off to his left. A little bit of rough stuff in front of him. Nothing comes of that. 7:12 left to go. Park 5, Waconia 2.
Yeah, nice skater there. Really nice play from the captain from Waconia. Just weaved through everybody and got a nice shot off. I don't think Parker Jurek was expecting. Made a nice save, though. It's good play.
Haggerty on the dot for the Orioles. Into the skates. Left for Anklam. Flip it out to center ice. Ollie Culp in pursuit on the back check. Leo Schmoll withstands the pressure. Gets it out to the red line. Off the mid-ice boards for Ollie Culp. Drags
Just a
it free.
bulldog.
Yep, very much so. Wozniak leaves it for his defense, but Ollie Culp beats him to it. For Anklam on the left point, one-time wrister.
Love that
save.
quick shot. You know, came out to him, didn't try to clean it up, just leaned on it and shot it quick.
Nice little flip. Wozniak read it. swallows it, and now face off to his left. Haggerty on the dot, won by Waconia. 6.5 minutes left to go in this one. 5-2 in favor of the home team. Park 3-2 at the rec center, trying to add to that total. 6-7 on the season, and again trying to remain perfect in the Metro West. 1-0 thus far. A win today would keep that perfect. Still 6 minutes to get through though before we start counting victories. That one is offsides. Sticks get up a little bit, including for Liam McCoy.
Let's see if they'll take them both. No.
They are taking at least one, and that's Ollie Culp that's going.
I think
Looks like a slash.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well,
So for the third time on the evening, Park will be shorthanded, but their PK has been perfect thus far. 2 for 2 on the PK. Can they make it 3 for 3?
yeah, let's hope. Let's see if they can dig it out. They've been playing some tough defense, and
Bobbled at the point. That was definitely offside,
Yeah,
but they
it
don't
was.
call it. Instead, Waconia able to put it into their own end. They're down by 3. They need to spend more time on the other end of the ice, and they finally get that message. And here they come over the blue line, trying to set up the power play, trying to find the back of the net for the first time with the man advantage. Thus far, 0 for 2 from the left point. Cross ice pass to the right dot.
oh, there we
Bad pass out to the right point, and that'll take another, already 40 seconds into this PK. Waconia with it again. On the right, big glove save by Jurek, just on the rim of the right circle. He was able to fish that free, flashes the leather. Another faceoff coming, still 69 seconds left to go in this nice power play for Waconia.
Yeah, Jurek seems to be puffing up a little bit. He seems kind of like he's got some mojo back, and he's comfortable. It looks
Just
good.
shutting down those angles.
Yeah.
Waconia away from the dot. Finally, the puck is down, won by St. Louis Park. Griffin Hansen sends it around in the far half wall, back out to center ice, and we're exactly halfway home on the penalty kill. Waconia skating backwards in their own end, looking for an outlet, thinks he's got it on the right side. Nice breakup by Teddy Rich. Must be that new stick.
Yeah. Nice anticipation, good read from Rich, just to make a move on that.
From the right circle up to the right point, looking for a lane. Still dragging time out the backdoor feed save by Jurek to the right circle. Dance move at the dot into the near corner. Back behind Jurek. Fancy footwork, but doesn't result in a shot as of yet. Back up top, barely keeps it at the line. From the left circle, back up top. Nice job by Haggerty reading that play, and will send it the length of the ice, leaving 10 seconds left to go in the man advantage. Culp standing in the box, waiting for his release to bring it back to 5-on-5 hockey. Just over 4 minutes left to go in this one. Park still holding on to a 5-2 advantage. Here comes Culp out of the box. Rejoins his forces. It keeps it and makes it a 5-on-5 play here with just under 4 minutes to go. In the near corner, squirts free. Another pass, just fails to click. Flings it on net, goes through the goal mouth. At the near half wall, back up top at the point. Wrister misses its target. At the far half wall, kept in at the left point. Big shot. Wrister kept low on the ice. Here comes Park, finally able to breathe a sigh of relief as they get it out to center ice. Puck goes way up in the air.
Shoot, we're
Odd man rush, big shot. That misses wide of the target.
That was a nice break just to clear the zone for Park, get a change, get some fresh bodies, and
comes Waconia again. Nice play there by Anklem. Gets a skate in the passing lane, shuts that down, tries to leave it for Ryder. Just goes a little too long for that one. Nice stretch pass at the blue line. Has the shot. Another one goes wide. I think I've seen that at least 4 times from this angle. tucked away in that far corner. At the near half wall, up top from the right point, back to the right circle. Another great job by Anklem getting his skates in the passing lane. Down to 2.5 minutes left to go in regulation. SLP hanging on to a 5-2 advantage. Pass fails to click there at the left point. Goes all the way down, and Park's going to get a massive line change.
Yeah, that was just perfect timing. For those legs were getting a little tired. You know, I'd like to end on a bang here. Hopefully we can get one more. But Waconia is not, they're not done. They're not laying down.
They're not. They're down to 2 minutes left. They need to hurry. They get that first one if they're going to climb the mountain.
Yeah, you wonder if they'll pull the goalie down 3. I don't know.
It doesn't look like there's a lot of view at the bench. If they were going to do it, you'd think they'd do it. Now would be the time with the puck deep in Park territory. They don't do it, so we'll see what happens. Ollie Culp, slick move, takes the shot, saved by Wozniak. Little John Travolta through the high slot for Ollie Culp, but a glove save thwarts the effort.
The human highlight reel. Ocho. That was great. I wish he could have buried that. That would have been ESPN worthy.
Yep. 95 seconds left to go. Face off deep in the Waconia end, won by the Wildcats. Rims it down around the end boards. Caught up top by Griffin Hansen. Off for Liam McCoy. Out now for Cam Jackson. Jackson behind his own net. Looks for the passing lane. That failed to click, and it looks like it will be icy, and he almost touched it.
He was going to play it. That would have been a gift.
Yep. Now you got to pull a goaltender, don't you? I mean, I know you're down by 3, but
I thought they would at about 1:30 or even 2.
I mean, you're just waving the white flag at this point then.
Yeah.
You got the offensive zone.
What do you have to lose but another goal, honestly? I don't know. It's not a good look in the purple.
Either way, minute 12 left to go. Face off to the right of Jurek. St. Louis Park still comfortable in their lead. Up 5-2, up 3 goals in the waning moments of regulation. They do drive the net. Saved by Jurek. I keep checking over my left shoulder to see if Wozniak has sprinted for the bench. He has not. There's
no discussion amongst the coaches. No. It's just, I guess we're just going to ride this one out and go to Houlihan's.
Remains 5-on-5 hockey. 63 seconds left to go on that big clock over Parker Jurek's head. Howard tells us, minute left. Big shot.
Right
and
there.
That's from the slot. And now they're within 2.
But it's like, you know, could have maybe got something going earlier. Now, I don't know, making things interesting, but.
They scored late in the first, make that early in the first, early in the second, and now late in regulation. 56.5 seconds left to go on that clock. And we'll see what happens. They've cut the lead to 2 once again. Park skating with a 5-3 advantage under a minute left to play. Wozniak still between the pipes. You wonder what happens.
Yeah,
Puck is deep.
No movement, no discussion. It's so strange.
The coaches are not looking in his direction. It remains 5-on-5 hockey. 47 seconds left to go. Big hit delivered by Braden Neudecker, just throwing the body around in this hockey game. No icing, they waved that off. 36 seconds left to go. 5-3, down under 30 seconds. Schmoll breaks it up. Another chance here for the Wildcats. Never get the shot off. Instead, Schmoll able to send it the length of the ice. Played by Wozniak. I don't know if it was going to be icing, but regardless, he's touched it, and that'll leave 15 seconds left on the clock. Barring a miracle, the Orioles are going to skate to victory as we go down to the final 10 seconds of this hockey game. Count it off at home if you like. And there's the horn.
Here we go.
It's a 5-3 victory as Park survives to remain perfect in the Metro West. They'll beat Waconia by a final score of 5-3. Ollie Culp with a pair in this one, his 5th and 6th of the season. Almost buried the hat trick there in that 3rd period. Leo Schmoll with the 11th and 12th as he had a heck of a hockey game as well. The other goal goes to Cam Jackson. In all, it's St. Louis Park that skates to the 5-3 win today in St. Louis Park in front of the home crowd. Good hockey game all the way around, I thought, Sage.
Yeah, it was. It was physical. I think we had some nice hits. They had a couple as well. Some good goaltending, but we can't come away with another dub, which is a nice little streak we're running. So hopefully it'll continue in 2 days over in Hopkins.
Yeah, that's what's next for the St. Louis Park Orioles. They'll be at the Hopkins Pavilion on January 8th. Their next home game is against Chanhassen on January 24th. The win moves the Orioles to 500 on the season through 14 games. They're 7-7. As mentioned, they're perfect in the Metro West at 2-0. They improved to 4-2-0 at the Rec Center. Parker Jurek will get the win. He moves to 6-4-0. Wildcats, though, they were playing some pretty good hockey coming into this one. They have their 7-game point streak stopped. They go 5-1-2 now in their last 8 and lose for the first time in regulation in the last 4 on the road. Wozniak will suffer the loss as he gives up the 5 goals to the home team. So that's going to do it for us here on ParkTV. Sage, it was a pleasure working for you. First time we called the game together. I hope it's not the last.
Yeah, hopefully we can do it again. Thank you for the call and the nod, and go Park.
Yeah, go Park indeed. Thanks to Paul Broden, thanks to Jet and Katrina on the cameras, and thanks to you for watching us here on ParkTV. Until next time, have a great night.